In one of the most remote areas of California, just 15 miles from the Oregon border, is Lava Beds National Monument. It was established in 1925, but not surprisingly, very few people have ever heard of it. There are 425 parks in the national park system. Just 63 have the designation of national park. There are 19 other designations for the remaining parks, categories such as national monuments, preserves, recreation areas, scenic trails, seashores, battlefields, and historic parks. They are often just as scenic and offer plenty of solitude, wildlife, and exploration. I think have we been here?
One of the cleanest pit toilets ever. This is it.
I don't know, it looks familiar. $4 for us. Nice. Yeah, I remember this place. We have a view of the lake. We didn't make it to our destination. We are super tired. We both have sore throats, so we did not make it to Lava Beds, but we'll make it there tomorrow in a couple of hours, and it's already 4:30. So we're going to stop. I think we might even be able to sleep with the back doors open because it's that warm. I think it's like 75. It was pouring rain coming down here through Susanville and beyond, and that's part of why you just get worn out driving in the rain. But it smells so delicious here. Of course, as soon as we got here, we remembered that we had been here before, probably 3 or 4 years ago.
So, it's mandatory you can look at this pit toilet.
Is this the one where you said it was, last time you said it was the cleanest pit toilet you'd ever seen?
They've taken it to the next level.
Oh no. Pit toilet inspection. Ready?
Notice how there's no cobwebs,
wow.
No bugs, and that kind of stuff. Hardware looks new.
Oh my gosh. Wow. You've got the welcome sign. Nice little table. Oh, there's a little light there. And little air freshener.
Hand cleaner.
And a trash can. Wow. So if you're a camp host, that's what you strive for. Where are we? Oh, okay. Bear country. Jeez. Oh my gosh, should we go inside? That was really close. Oh man. I think I'm gonna go inside, John. That kind of spooked me. Going in. We were just taking bets on whether we were gonna get rain. Looks like it. Which way are the clouds moving? Rainstorms always remind me of my favorite musical of all time. You know what that is?
Fantastics.
The Fantastics. Soon it's gonna rain. There he goes. 2 eggs, cheese, sausage. What more could you want? The trash can was clean. Great spot. We'll probably be back.
Continue on California 139 North for 31 miles. Continue on California 139 North for 11 miles.
Lava Beds National Monument.
Turn left onto Road 44 N01. Continue on Road 44 N01 for 3 miles. Turn right onto Lava Beds National Monument Road.
Lava Beds sits on the north end of the Medicine Lake volcano. the largest volcano in California, which last erupted 11,000 years ago. Lava flows from eruptions between 30 and 40,000 years ago, covers the 72 square mile area, and was responsible for the roughly 700 lava tubes within the park. 24 are open for exploration, but some caves may be closed temporarily, seasonally, or year-round depending on bat activity, of which there are 16 species. We last visited the park in 2019, and since then, it was delivered a 1-2 punch in 2020 and 2021. In 2020, the Caldwell Fire burned 70% of the park, and in 2021, the Antelope Fire burned another 27%. The campground is open year-round and sites are only $10. They do not take reservations. We have our campsite at the campground. And this is really a campground for small rigs and small trailers and mostly tents. Now we're going to walk up to the visitor center, get a lay of the land. At the visitor center, you can pick up a flashlight, a hard hat, highly recommended, maps, and a permit. If you plan to do any serious exploring, you'll definitely want a map because it's easy to get lost in the maze of tunnels of some of these caves, such as catacombs.
I did most of my exploration of the lava beds from 1916 to 1933.
The first cave you need to see is Mushpot because it is lighted. Whoa, let me take my sunglasses off though. It's not that lighted. The caves are divided into beginner, intermediate, and expert. We knew we wouldn't be able to see them all, so we set out on our bikes to explore the largest grouping of caves along Cave Loop Road, a one-way, 3-mile road that starts at the visitor center. A number of them were closed due to the return of bats for their winter hibernation. Nice and cool in here. Yeah, this is it. This is it. It'd be nice if they had a bike parking, but they don't. Hi. Turn around, face backwards. It's quite steep. Looks like the mouth of a whale. Don't trip, John. Oh yeah, it fluoresces. This is why it's called Gold Dome, or is it Golden Dome? There's a fork in the road here, and the lady ahead of us said go to the right, and that's where you see the gold dome. Yeah, did you hit your head already? Oh. Wow. Oh, I think it's probably down here. Oh yeah, I can see more of it. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Wow. That is really pretty. You say it was a bacteria? That's really pretty. Now, as soon as the bats return, they close off these caves. Oh, those are weird round nodules. Oh, what are those? Oh. Okie dokie. Going back out. Let's go to the other end. That's cool. It helps to have gloves and a helmet and a good flashlight. There he goes again.
Double headbanger.
Hopkins Chocolate Garden Bridges. It's a little, oh, this is cool. It says if you see bats, leave the area quietly. The roof's collapsed on these guys. Cool. Closed April 15 to October 15. That one's closed too. Then you go down here. I better get my... Okay. Yeah, this is pretty amazing. This thing. Oh, one goes off in that direction. Yeah, we need cave maps. We'll just go until we can't stand up. Do you think that meets back around the other one? There's the small opening that you can squeeze through if you want, but we aren't. Wanna go check it out?
The catacombs are the longest and most difficult of the caves in the park, with various route options.
Wow, and there's another two. You gotta know where you're, put out some breadcrumbs. And John is a little directionally challenged, so. Wow, look at the walls. Aren't they interesting? Wow.
You can walk upright for the first 800 feet, but after that, there will be some crouching and crawling. We weren't prepared for that, but if you are feeling adventurous, there is a logbook at the end for those who make it all the way.
Oh. How many miles do you have? Because I forgot to turn mine back on. Well, I think it was around 4 miles. But that ride back sure was fun. That's much better than the Mercedes one. Thank you, Eric and Jody. And it is negative.
Negatory, big bad.
Yesterday we did some cave exploring and bike riding, but then we mostly took it easy the rest of the afternoon, except on our way to the visitor center, which you have to do before you go cave exploring. You got to get a permit. We ran into some subscribers. That's Buffy, the vampire slayer, and you are?
Yes, Andrew.
Nice to meet you guys.
Pleasure.
Today we're going to head out in the van and explore the rest of the park that goes all the way up to Thule Lake, I think.
There is one more cave we want to visit before heading north to visit Captain Jack's stronghold, and that is Skull Cave.
So we're now at Skull Cave, and it is actually 3 large lava tubes that collapsed on each other. And at the bottom level, apparently, there is an ice floor. And it's named because of bones of pronghorn, bighorn sheep, and 2 human skeletons discovered
inside. It is chilly today. Hundreds of large animal bones were removed from Skull Cave. At least we're out of the wind down here. What a big opening. This is huge. This cave is amazing. Wow. Is my light still on? No, it's just it died yesterday. It's so neat that they let you explore these things. And there's nobody here but us. I think this is where we go down to get to the ice. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you gotta have two hands. That is steep. Oh, look straight ahead. Wow. There's the Skull Cave ice floor. Replenished by annual surface runoff. There's some kind of a metal bar back there. Okay. Back up we go. It's cold in here. Well, it's below freezing, that's for sure.
$1982, made by Bob Workman.
Captain Jack's Stronghold is the location of the Modoc War, a story both fascinating and complicated. But here is my attempt at the Reader's Digest version. By the 1860s, the Modoc people had been forced onto a reservation with the Klamath, their bitter enemies. After years of harassment by the Klamath, their chief, Kinpwash, known as Captain Jack, led a band of approximately 200 individuals back to their land where they set up defensive positions in the lava beds south of Tule Lake. The U.S. failed to respond to the Modoc requests for their own reservation, and in the end, you can guess what happened. It was quite costly. It's been estimated that the cost of the war to the U.S. government was $4 million, and the cost of the land the Modocs wanted for their own reservation was $20,000. Go figure. 1,000 men to dislodge 60 Modoc and their families. So, let's do this short one. Between January and April of 1873, the Modoc held off the U.S. Army from this stronghold. During that period, one of the Modoc women named Winema, which means woman chief, acted as a negotiator. For her valiant efforts, she was awarded by Act of Congress a lifetime pension of $25 per month. I will add a link to her story in the description box. That is Shasta, guys. Way in the distance. Built a little shelter back here. Number 6. Where's number 5?
forced to spend the harshest months of the winter in 72, 73 in the Stronghold. The Modoc suffered great hardships, little fuel available. The rocks, most of which used for cooking, warming fires, became a relative luxury. The small cave was no doubt used by Indians guarding the defensive sector.
So you can get that online.
By the end of the war, the Modoc, sick and running out of food and ammunition, were removed and sent to Oklahoma.
Those fields. Cars. And the CCC out here clearing brush from the trails. We like the CCC. They do a lot of good work here in California. I did not expect this to be such a cool little hike. This is called the Captain Jack's Stronghold. He was the leader of the Modoc, and definitely worthwhile. We just did the short loop, a half mile. You're always rubbing in rocks and stuff. There we go. Should I kiss it and make it better?
You've already done that enough.
This is a rough road.
It's corrugated.
Oh yeah, you can see where they fenced off the area.
The Corps, Conservation Corps, just following it along.
Yeah, I guess so. We are at the petroglyph site and we're gonna go take a look. That was an island. Ancient Lake Modoc. Aren't they interesting? This site has both pictographs and petroglyphs. There is Shasta.
The carbon,
Yeah, and on this rock. There you go. These are unlike anything we've seen in Utah. That one took that required a ladder. Way up there. We stopped in Tule Lake because they have a dump station sponsored by the Rotary Club. Thank you, Rotary Club. It's the Earl F. Ager Park, and it's got to be the smallest park I've ever seen. It's just this little triangle with a dump station. Amazing. We got a truck of potatoes in front of us. Maybe he'll drop some off, we can pick them up.
As long as they don't break the windshield.
Now we're losing our opportunity to get potatoes. Our first fall color tree.